has your experience with medical leave or family care situations been?
I've actually never had to deal with that issue, so I can't really say too much on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have two older brothers with kids. You know, in their situation, it was more like, you know, how can we distribute this work evenly? So it was more so, you know, traditionally with brown families, it's this mentality where women can't be in the workplace and blah, 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 right? But that's changing now with the new generations. You know, it was more, how can we provide, you know, and bring in the income while you take care of the kids at home?
Yeah, having a daughter is kind of hard because you need at least 8 hours of sleep to do good in school. And it's like for the last 15 months, I've been having only less than 5 hours a day of sleep. So it's very, very hard.
So I think now we can go into the activity.
You are a working mother. You are married to a man and have a newborn child. You are a lower income family. It's a very tough position to be in.
Your husband earns a few dollars more per hour than you do. That's a huge issue in the States right now. I feel like honestly there should be no like pay inequality between male and female.
In Iceland, new parents get 9 months leave at 80% salary replacement, 3 months for mothers, 3 months for fathers, and 3 months to split however they wish. Okay, this is very unfair.
That seems very reasonable. I don't know why this country doesn't have something like that.
The average cost of childcare for infants in the U.S. ranges from $402 per month in Mississippi to $1,886 per month in Washington, D.C. That's more than my rent.
Kids are very expensive.
However, exiting the workforce can have a negative impact for women later in life, as it negatively impacts their social security benefits. It does.
Are you serious?
So, you know, this just goes to show that there should be some, you know, program, something in place where each company should give women at least, you know, like France does, whatever, 6 months above for that leave.
If I lived in another country, I could have had a much easier life.
I felt like that simulation is really relevant to our modern day society. It's true and it's rough.
These are like hands-on simulations. Like you're looking at it and you start thinking about yourself as that person.
If I was using this in class, I do think it would help me understand the concept because it puts you in the shoes of that person. It kind of makes you feel like America doesn't want women who have children to work because it doesn't really put them in the best position. But just seeing that, it's like, yeah, don't have children, especially if you're a woman, because there's no help for you out there unless you want to rely on your husband, which is not very empowering.
Honestly, like I didn't think that being a woman was this hard in society. You need to be practically dead and starving to actually get a benefit from the government or to like a little bit of attention.
That should be a job requirement now, just to go through that and just read some of those statements and the facts, because people will be looking like, wow, my job's only giving me 30% of my income during pregnancy leave.
You know, looking at that person, because she's a woman, yeah, she should be paid less. Stop having that mentality. You have to come to an understanding and you realize what's wrong, make that change from within, and then you can make that activism, and then you can go up to a higher level. You know, it starts from us personally, and then it grows.